What would you do if the person you trusted most in the world was lying to you every single day? Before we start this story, please like, share, and subscribe to Voices of Auntie Belle. We love hearing from you, so tell us in the comments where you are watching from. Maya Torres sat at the long wooden dinner table, looking at the faces of everyone she loved. Her mom, Patricia, was smiling and passing around a big bowl of mashed potatoes. Her sister Luna sat across from her, wearing a pretty blue dress. And next to Maya was her husband Derek, the man she had loved for 7 whole years. But something felt wrong. Very wrong. Derek cleared his throat. The sound was loud in the quiet room. Everyone stopped eating and looked at him. "I have something important to tell everyone," Derek said. His voice was shaky, like he was nervous. Maya felt her heart start to beat faster. "What is it, dear?" Patricia asked, putting down her fork. Derek looked at Maya, then looked away quickly. "I want a divorce. Maya and I are getting divorced." The room went silent. It was so quiet that Maya could hear the clock ticking on the wall. Her mom dropped her spoon. It made a loud clang on the plate. "What?" Patricia whispered. "But why? You two seemed so happy." Then Derek did something that made Maya's stomach feel sick. He reached across the table and held Luna's hand. Her sister's hand. "Because I'm in love with Luna," Derek said. "We've been in love for a long time. We want to be together now." Maya watched her sister squeeze Derek's hand back. Luna looked at Maya with sad eyes, but she didn't let go of Derek's hand. Patricia gasped and put her hand over her mouth. "Luna? Derek? How could you do this?" Maya sat very still. She felt like she was watching a movie, not sitting at her own family dinner. But she wasn't crying. She wasn't yelling. Instead, she felt very calm. She had been waiting for this moment. "Check your email right now," Maya said quietly. Everyone looked at her like she was crazy. "What?" Derek asked. "All of you. Mom. Derek. Luna. Check your email right now," Maya repeated. Her voice was steady and strong. Derek pulled out his phone. His face went white, like he had seen a ghost. Luna looked at her phone and her mouth fell open. Patricia was confused, but she checked her phone too. When she read the email, her eyes got very wide. "What is this?" Derek whispered. "The truth," Maya said simply. "But let me tell you how this whole terrible story began. Let me tell you how Maya discovered that her perfect life was actually a big lie. 3 months before that awful dinner, Maya had been happy. She worked as a digital forensic analyst, which is a fancy way of saying she was a computer detective. She helped police find bad people by looking at their computers and phones. She was very good at finding secrets that people tried to hide. Maya and Derek had been married for 7 years. They had a nice house with a garden full of roses. Every morning, Derek would kiss her goodbye before going to work. Every night, they would eat dinner together and talk about their day. Then Luna, Maya's younger sister, lost her job. Luna called Maya crying one night. "I don't have any money for rent," Luna sobbed on the phone. "I don't know what to do." Maya felt sorry for her sister. "Come stay with us," Maya said. "You can have the guest room until you find a new job." Luna moved in 2 weeks later. She brought 3 big suitcases and a sad smile. "Thank you so much," Luna told Maya and Derek. "You're saving my life." At first, everything seemed fine. Luna helped cook dinner. She cleaned the house. She was always cheerful and grateful. But then Maya started noticing strange things. Derek began working late. Very late. Some nights he didn't come home until 10 or 11 o'clock. "Big project at work," he would say, kissing Maya's forehead. "Sorry, honey." Luna started going out a lot too. She would dress up in fancy clothes and say she was meeting friends. But she never said which friends. And she would come home late, just like Derek. Their mom Patricia would visit on Sundays. She would smile and say, "I'm so glad you girls are getting along. Family is so important." But Maya felt something was wrong. It was like a tiny voice in her head saying, "Pay attention. Something bad is happening." One night, Maya couldn't sleep. It was 2 in the morning. Derek was snoring next to her. She picked up his phone from the nightstand. She knew his password because they had always trusted each other. At least she thought they did. Maya opened his text messages. Her hands were shaking. There, right at the top, was a message from Luna. It said, "Can't wait to see you tomorrow. I miss you so much. Delete this message like always." Maya felt like someone had punched her in the stomach. She couldn't breathe. She read the message again and again, hoping she was wrong. But the words didn't change. She scrolled up to see more messages, but there weren't any. Derek had deleted them all, just like Luna had asked. Maya put the phone back down very carefully. She didn't wake Derek up. She didn't cry. Instead, she lay in the dark and thought. Her job had taught her something important. When you think someone is hiding something, you don't confront them right away. You gather evidence first. You build a case. You make sure you have proof that no one can deny. The next morning, Maya went to work like normal. She kissed Derek goodbye like normal. She smiled at Luna like normal. But inside, Maya was planning. She was going to find out the truth. All of it. And when she did, everyone would know what Derek and Luna had done. Maya became a spy in her own home. Every day, she acted normal. She smiled at breakfast. She hugged Derek. She laughed at Luna's jokes. But secretly, she was watching everything. At work, Maya used her computer detective skills. She knew how to find deleted messages. She knew how to track where people went. She knew how to discover secrets that people thought they had hidden forever. First, Maya checked the phone records. She logged into their family phone account and looked at all the calls and texts. What she found made her heart hurt. Derek and Luna had been texting each other hundreds of times every month. They talked more to each other than Derek talked to Maya. The texts went back 2 whole years. 2 years of lying. Next, Maya looked at their bank accounts. Derek had a credit card that Maya didn't know about. She found the statements hidden in his email trash folder. People always think that deleting something makes it disappear forever. But Maya knew better. Nothing on a computer ever really goes away. The credit card showed payments to fancy hotels, expensive restaurants, flower shops. Derek was taking Luna on dates and using secret money to pay for everything. Maya made a folder on her computer. She named it Case 734, just like the cases she worked on at her job. Inside the folder, she put copies of everything she found. Every text message. Every hotel receipt. Every lie. One Saturday, Derek said he had to work. Luna said she was going shopping. They both left the house at the same time, going in different directions. Maya waited 15 minutes. Then she got in her car and drove to the downtown hotel where Derek had spent money last week. She wore sunglasses and a hat so no one would recognize her. She sat in the coffee shop across the street. At 11 o'clock, Derek's car pulled up. He got out wearing nice clothes, not work clothes. He looked around nervously, then went inside. 5 minutes later, a taxi stopped at the hotel. Luna stepped out. She was wearing the same blue dress she would later wear to the terrible family dinner. She looked happy as she walked into the hotel. Maya took pictures with her phone. Click, click, click. More evidence for Case 734. But Maya needed to know more. She needed to understand how this started. So she did something clever. She went home and checked Derek's old laptop, the one he didn't use anymore. It was in the closet, covered with dust. Maya turned it on and searched through his old emails. She went back 5 years, reading message after message. And then she found it. The very beginning of the betrayal. It was an email from 5 years ago, right after a charity party that Maya's company had hosted. Maya remembered that night. It was a fancy party with music and dancing. Derek had come with her. Luna had come too because she loved parties. The email was from Derek to Luna. It said, "I couldn't stop thinking about our dance last night. You looked so beautiful. I know I shouldn't feel this way, but I do. We need to talk." Luna had written back, "I feel the same way. But Maya can never know. She's my sister. This has to be our secret." Maya read the emails with tears running down her face. They had been planning this for 5 years. The whole time Derek was kissing Maya goodnight, he was thinking about Luna. The whole time Luna was calling Maya her best friend, she was stealing her husband. But the emails told Maya something else too. Luna moving into their house wasn't an accident. Luna had quit her job on purpose. She had planned to lose her apartment. It was all a trick to get close to Derek and break up his marriage with Maya. Maya printed every email. She saved every picture. She backed up everything to 3 different places so it could never be lost. But evidence wasn't enough. Maya needed help. She called a private investigator named Mr. Chen. He was an old man with kind eyes who had helped Maya on work cases before. "I need you to follow 2 people," Maya told him. She explained everything. Mr. Chen nodded slowly. "I'm sorry this is happening to you. I'll get you the proof you need." For 3 weeks, Mr. Chen followed Derek and Luna. He took pictures of them holding hands in the park. He recorded them kissing in Derek's car. He got videos of them checking into hotels together. Every piece of evidence made Maya's heart break a little more. But every piece also made her stronger. She wasn't just a hurt wife anymore. She was a detective building an unbeatable case. Next, Maya met with a divorce lawyer named Ms. Rodriguez. She was a tough woman with short black hair who didn't smile much. Maya showed her everything in case 734. All the emails. All the pictures. All the bank statements. Ms. Rodriguez looked through the evidence for a long time. Finally, she looked up at Maya with respect in her eyes. "This is the most organized case I've ever seen," Ms. Rodriguez said. "With this evidence, the divorce will be quick. He won't be able to lie or fight. The truth is too clear." "Good," Maya said. "I want everyone to know what they did. I want the truth to come out." Maya made a plan. She would let Derek and Luna think they were winning. She would let them believe their lies were working. And then, at the perfect moment, she would show everyone the truth. Maya created special presentations for each family member. For her mom Patricia, she made a timeline showing how Luna had lied about losing her job. For Derek's parents, she compiled all the hotel bills showing how their son had wasted money on an affair. For Derek's boss, she had proof that Derek hadn't really been working late. He had been lying to his company too. Every night, while Derek and Luna thought they were being sneaky, Maya was in her home office adding more evidence to case 734. She felt like a scientist, carefully documenting every detail. The folder grew bigger and bigger. Text messages. Phone calls. Location data showing Derek and Luna were together when they said they were apart. Credit card purchases. Everything was organized perfectly, with dates and times and notes. Maya even found their future plans. Luna had been looking at apartments for her and Derek to move into together. Derek had been researching divorce lawyers, trying to figure out how to leave Maya without giving her any money. They thought they were so smart. They thought Maya didn't know anything. 3 months after finding that first text message, Maya was ready. She had every piece of evidence she needed. The truth was organized, documented, and impossible to deny. She sent out invitations to a family dinner. "Let's all get together," she wrote in the email. "I miss having everyone around the table." Derek and Luna looked at each other nervously when they got the invitation. But they couldn't say no without looking suspicious. On the morning of the dinner, Maya sent 3 emails. 1 to Patricia. 1 to Derek. 1 to Luna. She scheduled them to arrive at exactly 7 o'clock that evening, right when she knew Derek would make his announcement. The emails contained everything. Every lie. Every secret meeting. Every betrayal. All the proof that no one could argue with. Maya got dressed in her favorite red dress. She looked at herself in the mirror. She didn't look like a victim anymore. She looked strong. Tonight the truth would finally come out. And Maya was ready. The dinner table was beautiful. Maya had cooked all of Derek's favorite foods. She had put out the fancy plates and lit candles. Everything looked perfect, just like their life had looked perfect before Maya discovered the truth. Patricia arrived first, wearing her Sunday best. She hugged Maya tight. "I'm so happy we're all getting together," she said. Luna came downstairs from her room. She had been living in Maya's house for 3 months, pretending to be a grateful sister while secretly destroying Maya's marriage. She smiled at everyone, but Maya could see she was nervous. Derek came in last. He kissed Maya on the cheek like he always did. Like he hadn't been lying to her for 5 whole years. Like he hadn't been planning to leave her for her own sister. They all sat down and started eating. The food was delicious, but Maya could barely taste it. She kept looking at the clock on the wall. 6:55. 6:57. 6:59. At exactly 7 o'clock, Derek cleared his throat. This was the moment Maya had been waiting for. "I have something important to tell everyone," Derek said, just like Maya knew he would. Maya watched him announce the divorce. She watched him take Luna's hand. She watched her mother's face turn white with shock. And then Maya said the word she had been planning for 3 months. "Check your email right now." Derek's hands shook as he opened his phone. The email had pictures of him and Luna at the hotel. It had copies of their secret text messages. It had the credit card bills showing all the money he spent on their affair. Luna opened her email and gasped. Maya had sent her the old emails from 5 years ago, the ones where Luna had written, "Maya can never know. This has to be our secret." There were also the apartment listings Luna had been looking at for her future life with Derek. Patricia read her email with tears streaming down her face. It showed the timeline of how Luna had faked losing her job. It had proof that Luna had planned everything just to move into Maya's house and steal her husband. "What is this?" Derek asked, but his voice was small and scared. "The truth," Maya said calmly. 5 years of lies. All documented. Every text message you thought you deleted. Every hotel you visited. Every plan you made behind my back. "Maya, I can explain," Luna started to say. "No," Maya interrupted. "You can't explain. I have recordings. I have pictures. I have bank statements. I even have the emails from 5 years ago when this all started at the charity party." Patricia looked at Luna with disappointment in her eyes. "You planned this? You quit your job on purpose." Luna's face went red. She couldn't speak. There was no lie good enough to cover the truth now. Derek tried a different approach. "Maya, you're overreacting. You're taking things out of context." Maya almost laughed. This was called gaslighting. It's when someone tries to make you think you're crazy, even when you know the truth. Maya had learned about it at work. "Derek, I'm a digital forensic analyst. Finding the truth is literally my job. I have been documenting everything for 3 months. My lawyer has copies. The private investigator has copies. Even your boss has copies, showing all the times you lied about working late." Derek's face went completely white. "My boss?" "Yes," Maya said. "He received an email today too. Turns out companies don't like it when employees lie about working overtime and use company time for personal affairs." Luna started crying. Big, dramatic tears. "Maya, please. I'm your sister. We can work this out as a family." Patricia stood up from the table. She walked over to Luna and said something Maya never expected. "No. You are not welcome in this family anymore. Not until you understand what you've done." Maya felt proud of her mom in that moment. Patricia was choosing the truth over fake peace. "And you," Patricia said, turning to Derek. "I thought you were a good man. I trusted you with my daughter's heart. You disgust me." Derek and Luna tried to argue. They said Maya was being cruel. They said she was trying to ruin their love. They said everyone made mistakes. But Maya just sat calmly and said, "This wasn't a mistake. Mistakes happen once. This was a choice you made every single day for 5 years. Every time you texted each other. Every time you met in secret. Every time you lied to my face. Those were all choices." The dinner ended badly, just like Maya knew it would. Derek packed his things that night and left. Luna moved out the next morning. Patricia helped Maya change the locks on all the doors. The divorce happened fast. Ms. Rodriguez was right. When you have that much evidence, there's nothing to argue about. Derek tried to say he deserved half of everything, but the judge disagreed. People who cheat and lie don't get rewarded. Maya got the house. She got most of their savings. She got the car. More importantly, she got her freedom and her truth. Derek lost his job because he had been lying to his company. Luna couldn't find work because word spread about what she had done. Some people said Maya was being too harsh. But Maya knew something important. Actions have consequences. The truth matters. 6 months later, Maya stood in her new apartment. It was smaller than her old house, but it was all hers. Big windows let in the sunshine. The walls were painted her favorite color, a soft yellow that made her feel happy. She had a new job at a bigger company. She had made new friends. She had started going to the gym and learned to paint. Her life was fuller and brighter than it had ever been. On her computer, Maya opened the folder named Case 734. She looked at all the evidence one last time. Every email. Every picture. Every piece of proof that had set her free. Then she moved the folder to the trash and emptied it. She didn't need it anymore. The truth had done its job. Derek and Luna's lies had been exposed. Justice had been served. Now it was time to let go and move forward. Patricia called her that evening. "How are you doing, honey?" "I'm good, Mom," Maya said. And she meant it. "I'm really good." "I'm proud of you," Patricia said. "You handled this with such strength. You didn't just react with anger. You responded with truth and evidence. That takes courage." Maya smiled. She had learned something important through all of this. When someone hurts you, you have choices. You can scream and cry and let anger control you. Or you can be smart, gather the facts, and let the truth speak for itself. The truth is more powerful than any lie. It might take time to find it. It might hurt to look at it. But once you have it, no one can take it away from you. That night, Maya sat by her window looking at the city lights below. She thought about everything that had happened. The betrayal had hurt so badly. But it had also taught her something valuable. She was stronger than she ever knew. She was smarter than people thought. And she deserved better than people who lied to her. Somewhere out there, Derek and Luna were probably still together, still lying to each other, still making excuses. But that wasn't Maya's problem anymore. Maya had something better than revenge. She had peace. She had truth. She had a new life built on honesty and self-respect. And that was worth more than anything. If you're going through something hard, remember Maya's story. Document the truth. Trust yourself. Get help from people who care about you. And know that healing is possible, even when your heart is broken. The truth might hurt at first, but lies hurt forever. Choose truth. Choose yourself. Choose to rebuild. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it so others can hear it too. Subscribe to Voices of Auntie Belle for more stories about courage, truth, and starting over. Leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. We love hearing from you, and your story matters too. Remember, you are stronger than you know. The truth will set you free. And tomorrow can be better than today if you have the courage to face what's real and build something new. Maya's story reminds us that even when people we love betray us, we can survive. We can heal. We can become even stronger than before. Check your truth. Trust your instincts. And never be afraid to stand up for yourself.